Hey there, my name's Mike Snell, realtor with Remax Real Estate Central Alberta, based out of Red Deer, Alberta. And today in this video, I'm going to dive into some of the, I don't know if we call it best neighborhoods in Red Deer. That's very subjective, but we're going to look at some of my top picks for better neighborhoods in Red Deer that I would recommend to people if you are considering whether a move to Red Deer or if you're within the city and you're looking to just maybe relocate to a good family neighborhood that provides amenities that could offer you a lot. Now, choosing neighborhoods can be very subjective, and in some cases, one neighborhood will be better than another neighborhood for different people. And so I'm just going to touch base on some popular neighborhoods within the city and some of the reasons why I think they're good fits for people, especially if you're looking for that sort of family-based neighborhood. Now, Red Deer itself has a lot to offer: safe community, great schools, parks, and plenty of amenities. But again, when it comes to trying to select the best neighborhood for you, there are many different things you may take into account for. So we're just going to touch base on some of my top picks, not in any particular order necessarily, but just neighborhoods that I feel could be good overall for yourself. So let's take a look here. But I want to talk about the neighborhood of Sunnybrook. And if you're from Red Deer, then you know of Sunnybrook. And if you're going to be new to Red Deer, it'll be a neighborhood that is going to be talked about quite frequently. Now, the nice thing about Sunnybrook is it's an established, mature neighborhood. And it brings, I call it the Sunnybrook effect. It has this appeal that many people get excited about, whether you live in Sunnybrook or you want to live in Sunnybrook. You're going to get the charm, mature trees, quiet streets. It has a real good community vibe. You're starting to see not necessarily infills, but more people buying the older homes and starting to fix them up, renovate them, and just kind of create a modern feel with that mature look. You have access to some of Red Deer's great trail systems in Sunnybrook. There's an elementary school located with G.W. Smith right there. It can be really quick and easy to get to. It's sort of central. So you can hit sort of the main thoroughfare of Gates Avenue and all the shopping and amenities along there. It's quick to downtown, and it's quick to even more trails and biking, hiking, things of that nature. But you also have the eastern access to the community center and things of that nature very, very quick as well. Now, the 1A, sort of 1B to Sunnybrook would be Mountview and Grandview. So right across 32nd Street, another main artery road, is Mountview and Grandview, and they're connected together, and they would be similar to the age category, the kind of big treed lots, more mature landscaping homes. We're starting to see a few more infills in that popping up in those neighborhoods, and then a lot of the renovations as well. But again, you have access to parks, playgrounds, trail system, quick, easy drive to either downtown or community amenities, as well as shopping access. It's just easy to get around, and they have a really strong desirability in those neighborhoods there. Now, next I want to talk about Anders. Now, Anders at one time was like, let's say Sunnybrook at one time was the neighborhood, and I still think it is. And Anders is probably going to be our second the neighborhood. Going back to the early 2000s when Anders and the Lake kind of joined in, Anders is split into four larger quadrants. So it has two more mature areas and then two newer than 2000 areas. It's more mature now if we're thinking about 20 plus years old, but obviously not those mid 70s to early 80s types properties where they do share that as well. Anders has that mixture. You're going to get a lot of detached homes, multifamily type homes. You've got more mature, older homes. So there's going to be some value adds, as well as you're bringing in some of those renovated properties. And then you're going to get the homes that are sort of built on the lake, the little man-made lake that is within Anders, and a bit more of that executive style homes. So you're getting a good mixture of different types in there. Large parks and green areas, which is great for getting the kids out or activities. You're going to have the ball diamonds, things of that nature. There is one elementary school within Anders in one of the older sections as St. Elizabeth Seton School. but it's quick access to get to some of the other amenities throughout your border. 30th Avenue and 32nd Street is quick access to 19th Street to get over to Gates Avenue. So it offers a lot of quick amenities. And then you have the Collicutt Center, again, nice and close. So Anders has always kind of been sort of that desired neighborhood. If you're going for a little bit more modern and from the neighborhoods of Sunnybrook. Now, one of my next favorite neighborhoods that I do recommend to a lot of families, and this is quite a large one. So when I talked about sort of that 4 sections of Anders, Deer Park offers that same thing. It's got 4 large quadrants. And you're going to go through a big cycle again in Deer Park where you're getting homes from the late 70s, early 80s, all the way up to homes that were sort of built in the mid 2000, like 2006, 2007, upwards to maybe 2009-ish or so, if you get a couple lots that were slow to get built. But Deer Park offers a lot of that too. So in one section of Deer Park, you're going to get more of those modern sort of 50 by 120 lots in a little bit more of a modern style. And then you can also get those larger lots where you're getting a lot more trees. You're getting that older style home that maybe hasn't been renovated yet for some value, or ones where they've come in and they've already done those renovations, right? You're getting large green spaces, big park and playground areas. There's lots of outdoor rinks, ball diamonds. And so in the summertime or spring, you'll see a lot of baseball going on with the youth groups. It has many different amenities where there's shopping in different quadrants. You can get smaller plazas that offer things like hairstylist, pizza, to medical, to a larger plaza where the co-op is, gas bar, Dairy Queen, small pub, things of that nature, right? So it offers quite a bit as well. Within Deer Park, you're going to get a little bit more access to just walking through the neighborhood. It's not going to have access like Sunnybrook to the walking trails, but you do have shopping amenities, nice walks and parks within the neighborhood itself. It's still close to many different schools. So the nice thing about Deer Park is you have access to a few different catchments, as well as the Collicutt Rec Center is still right there as well, and a quick drive or really a bike ride over if kids are at that spot looking to go. So Deer Park is always going to be a good winning choice for value homes and still offering a lot of the different amenities that Sunnybrook and Anders bring to the table as well. Now, sticking around this area of, now all these neighborhoods are sort of, so Sunnybrook's more central, Anders starts to push a little bit more east, right? Deer Park goes right east sort of to the back east section of the city. And now we're going to talk about Lancaster. Now, the reason I picked Lancaster is because Lancaster has, again, a good variety of different style homes, whether it's detached homes, multifamily based homes. And I do find where you can still get a little bit more higher end price wise executive style homes. I feel like Lancaster brings a really good affordability factor to the homes that it offers without sacrificing that community feel. You, again, quite a large neighborhood. It did just have a recent addition to it in a sort of a sub neighborhood called Laredo, which is just within Lancaster, where some land got developed and they built a bit more executive style higher end homes. But it brings a good mixture through. So you're going to have homes sort of in that early 2000s, maybe late 90s, all the way up until 2015, 2016. And Lancaster not only has an elementary school within it, but then it also has the 2 big high schools. So we're talking about Notre Dame, Hunting Hills, and then right smack in the middle of there is the Collicutt Rec Center. St. Francis of Assisi Middle School is also located in Lancaster. So in a few spots in Lancaster, you could live within walking distance to an elementary, a middle, and a high school, as well as the rec center. So from a family point of view, not only does it offer playgrounds, parks, with neighborhood trails sort of that you can walk and bike within, but it also offers bike ride and walkability for 3 different levels of schooling if one wanted to. And so that I do think that makes it very desirable to many families looking for those sort of things. Just over in Anders would be the East Hill Shopping Center. So in some parts of Lancaster, it's a quick jaunt to get over to like a Save on Foods, to a grocer. There's of course, the restaurant's drawn a blank. State and Main. There we go. State and Main. Doctor's offices, Tim Hortons, things like that is all sort of right in there as well. And then you've got quick access to Deer Park just across the way, to the co-op. And so you're getting a lot of good variety within that Lancaster area, which is what I think's made Lancaster quite popular for many, many years, as it just offers so much in such an easy access point to get to. Now, the last neighborhood that I want to talk about that I feel like is maybe becoming a little more of what Lancaster, well, still is, but was at one point just a lot more modern and new, is going to be Clearview Ridge. So now we're going a little bit north of 30th Avenue towards the northeast section of the city. And Clearview Ridge is going to be a more modern neighborhood, right? But it was very well planned, and there's a lot of thought, I think, when it went into this. And when I started breaking down the data and looking at neighborhoods that I can talk about in this video, Clearview kept jumping out as, again, that neighborhood that offers quite a bit to, I think, many families, is what you might be looking for, right? So Clearview, not only within the neighborhood itself, has sort of man-made ponds, it has that scenic walking trails, it has access to walking trails throughout the city down towards Kerrywood Nature Center and Mackenzie Ponds. But it also brings, you have school access. So there is a Catholic middle in Clearview, and then right across the road in the Timberstone neighborhood, we have a public elementary school. But it also brings a lot of shopping amenities for yourself as well, built right in with Clearview Market Square. And so in there, you're going to get access to gyms, Starbucks, restaurants, dentist, doctor, banks, very quick amenities. So if you need to run and pick something up, or on your way out, or you just want to go for wings one night and you just want to walk down there, it's all right there. Now, I could probably 1A, 1B this as well with Timberstone, which is right across the street. Now, right across from Clearview, we do have Timberstone, which again is another neighborhood that is growing to offer all these same amenities, right? You have the elementary school, Clearview's right across the way. There's the Timberstone commercial area as well that offers the larger co-op and new businesses coming in right across. So this whole section in that back kind of northeast there, I think, is starting to really blossom into offering things for many families. Now, we do run into a little bit less for the high schools and the middle school access, which I think is what draws it back from that Deer Park, Anders, and Lancaster area. There is one new high school, Catholic high school at St. Joe's, that is sort of just a little bit more northeast of Clearview and Timberstone. But you don't have that middle school. And then the rec center drive would be either a few minutes to the Daw or a few minutes to the Collicut, just in different directions. But you are going to be centrally located to those. If you're in that far southeast quadrant, trying to get to the Daw can be a bit more strenuous. Whereas if you're in that Clearview Timberstone area, it's going to be easy that way, and then easy that way to the Collicut, depending on where you end up having to go. Now, that's not to take away from the remaining neighborhoods within the city. No neighborhood is really bad. All neighborhoods offer something that could be really good. If you're finding that you're working or spending a lot more time on the northwest section around Edgar Industrial or towards Blackfalds, then you might find those northern neighborhoods of Johnstone and Kentwood being obviously very desirable as well, and a lot of parts of Glendale. You know, if you need access to the highway, obviously Westlake and West Park offers many amenities for the walking trails, quick, easy access. If you want to be closer to Red Deer Polytechnic, that West Park, West Lake communities will be good as well. So that's not to take away. I could talk about all sorts of neighborhoods within the city, but these were just sort of 5 to 7 that come top of mind if someone was to ask me my thoughts and my takes on different neighborhoods within the city. So there's no shortage of neighborhoods that are great for families. It just kind of determines what you're after. And I think for many people, it's breaking down those, do we want more tree-lined streets? Do we want to be closer to these amenities? Do we want more affordable homes? All these various items will help you kind of break down the sort of things. But hopefully the few that I've talked about in Red Deer will help kind of get you started, or at least start giving you some information about neighborhoods to check out once you're looking. So if you're thinking about making a move to our city, to the city or within the city, and trying to figure out which neighborhood might be a good fit for you, hopefully this helps. Or feel free to send me a message, an email, or a comment in the video, and I'd love to answer those questions for you and help out where I can. So thank you so much for watching this. I hope it was very informative. If it was, and you liked it, put a like down or share it with somebody who you might think is could benefit from watching this video that's either in Red Deer or looking to move to. So thanks for watching. See you next time.